Hey, what up YouTube? How's it going? I am back with another video. This time I have verified beforehand that my mic is working properly, so no surprises there. So, today, Reno. The man, the myth, the Turk. As per usual, we will be diving into what's going on this banner here with Reno, Ash, and Alisai. So, please remember to like and subscribe for more content. Thank you very much for for helping me hit 200 subs. I really appreciate it. I never thought that that would actually happen, especially not this soon. So, thank you. Thank you. Apparently, I am on the road to 500 now. So, anyway, without any further ado, let's get into it. So, to start with, we've got Alisai, who basically just gets force levels from this. Nothing else, nothing, going on, whatever. Ash, however, does get a rework, as well as her C90 here, where her skills, she gets 3 extra uses of each. So she's able to spam those skills a lot more consistently. Not that you super duper need to, because she's not going to be taking that many turns due to the way that the rest of her kit plays. However, when you do use these abilities, they're going to be hitting harder, as they both do more damage now. They've got 3 HP attacks apiece. Her LD board also gets reworked. So now she has the Queen's Order HP attack. It's already ready to go. You got one loaded at the very beginning of the fight. And additionally, the LD buff, Noble Oath, that she starts the quest with. Now she gets more turns, so it is 9 turns to match the extension that it gets. So now when you actually use the LD, it's going to last, this particular buff will last for 9 turns instead of just 4. Which is pretty good. I think it was 6 originally, actually. No, it was 4, that's right. Because other stuff happened. Anyway, so now her LD hits 4 times, 4 HP attacks. Pretty good, more damage, the usual. The HP attack, Queen's Order, also has 3 HP attacks. So you basically, this is a pretty simple damage upgrade for her. However, the buff, the Noble Oath buff, also gets reworked. I get some extra stuff added to it. So now it's 20% HP damage up. Instead of just for her, it's now for the whole party, which is nice. As well as she consumes less Brave when doing any HP attacks. So the Iroha effect, hers, it's just for her, but it is 30% Brave Retain, which is nice. Very nice. So she'll be a lot more. She'll be doing more consistent damage, basically. She gets the usual C90 passives, or excuse me, C85 for her EX. Brave damage, Brave gains, etc. Her EX does get a recast speed up improvement, so you'll be able to pop that EX. I think it's every second skill. It's much more consistent now, instead of it being like 2 skills and then just a little bit left. Which is nice. Additionally, both parts of her EX are 3 HP attacking little bits. So Maelstrom's Bolt and Arc Blast both hit 3 times for a total of 6. And more importantly, the paralysis that it inflicts is now AoE, which is great. Instead of having to just pick one target, specifically the one that you want to act the least, it will now hit both of them. So it's kind of whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then, that's really it. She gets force levels, the huge. However, that brings us to this guy here, to Reno. He gets a small rework. He just had one with his C90 when Charlotta got her LD. So not a huge amount going on here. His skill 1, Electroprod, is a 3-piece now. 3 HP attacks. Although, I think the major change that they did here was instead of it being the way that it used to work was that it was some AoE brave hits and then some single target brave hits. I think it's just all AoE now. Skill 2 it now has more HP attacks. It's now a 4-piece combo, and the buff that he gets with his LD boards, it's called TURK'S Pride. Now what it does is it increases the amount of HP damage that he deals to any enemy that has a debuff, and this gets improved. So instead of being a 20% increase, it's now 30%, which is pretty nice, given that a lot of his I lost my train of thought. I forgot where I was going there. It doesn't really matter. He has so many hits on everything that he does, and it's all, with the exception of his skill 2, it's all AoE. So you're pretty much always going to be capping, since most of his stuff is, at least the AoE stuff, it's full AoE damage, so whatever. His EX, it hits harder, whatever. There you go. That's it. That's all it does. Like I said, very minor rework. He does, however, get this bad boy, which is what we're going in for. His FR, continuous lightning continuous attack, which basically the way that this one works is when you press it, it's going to inflict the pyramid debuff to all enemies, which is great. You definitely want to see that, because it's essentially, cause pyramid has 4 uses as it is, so you can treat the FR as a functional 2 extra uses, so for a total of 6, which is pretty sweet, honestly. I do not know off the top of my head whether or not it's going to dispel the way that pyramid has always done. Don't know. I never got this FR on JP. I was very sad about that. Anyway, so for his force time conditions, the way that it works is it is plus 20 when one of your characters uses a thunder attack. This is on turn damage only. Reno does not enchant, and that is honestly fine. You pop like a call on him, Kryl preferred, and there you go, you're done. The second part of it is that when an enemy turn passes, it's plus 20%. So, much like Dash, this is encouraging you to let enemies take turns. However, when that enemy does a physical brave attack, or an attack that has brave hits that are physical, it's also plus 30%. So against enemies that do physical attacks, this is a functional plus 50% on their turns. So this is really, really, really strong if the enemies are taking a lot of turns, particularly if they are physical. A great example of this would be like your Dare to Defy. I'm sure that you could do great work with this in Tier 10, because you're just going to abuse turn-hogging enemies, their turn warps, things like that, to pump your gauge, essentially. You want to take as few turns as possible. Okay, that's weird. Stop doing that. It's like the Alice starter kit. If that was her 35, this would be the Alice starter kit. Yeah, so what you'll want to do, and big shout out to Sephi here for schooling all of us chumps. What you want to do here is pair Reno with characters that can do damage on enemy turns, whether that's, Core, or Galuf, or Orin, or Gladiolus, whoever. And then you just want to sit back and let them take turns. What you're not going to be doing is using his skill 1, because Electroprod is going to pop them with Numb, which you do not want, because Numb will delay them when they do physical attacks, which is obviously counterproductive here. So you just don't press it, or you only press it if the enemy is immune to delay. Maybe they have framed turns or whatever. Other than that, just stick to the script. I have seen Sephi, duo a bunch of Shinryu stages, specifically with Reno and Orin, which is a nice little combo. They both kind of reduce the amount of damage that enemies are doing, and you're just chilling, letting them go to town. Oh, this is not looking great. These pulls are not going well. It's alright, though. Unfortunately, I did just get done pitying Rubicante's burst on JP earlier today. That was fun. I said sarcastically. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound, I suppose. I am not pulling for Cloud of Darkness, I don't think. I don't have her burst. And I'm not super duper interested. So it's kind of whatever. Oh man. This is feeling bad now. But that's okay. Thankfully, next month, there's only a whole bunch of characters that I want to pull FRs for, including Vayne. I'm not sure that I want Core's FR, although it's nice to have, I guess. Jesus, look at all these LDs I'm pulling. Well, nothing. Well, that's an FR pity. It's a real shame, because I have been hyping this man up. But we're not pulling for Cloud of Darkness, so I suppose the other thing that we can do is go ahead and... let me see here. Oh, I don't have them. Okay. I am also going to go ahead and token Charlotta's Burst, but you don't need to watch that. It's fine. It's fine, really. Thank you for watching, though. I do appreciate it. Drop me a comment. Let me know how your pulls went, or if you aren't pulling, or I guess if you are, just let me know what you're doing. Like the video, comment, yada yada, blah blah. Thank you, and take care.